Welcome to the IBM Cloud Developer Certification Section 5.3, Edit and Debug a Cloud App using IBM DevOps Services. In this section, we will be exploring the DevOps Services Web UI Code Editor and using DevOps Services to debug a cloud app using the live edit and debug functions. The Web IDE is a browser-based development environment where you can develop from the web. You can develop in JavaScript, HTML, and CSS with the help of Content Assist, code completion, and error checking. Moreover, the Web IDE works with nearly any language and offers syntax highlighting for most file types. Source control is built in through Git or Jazz SCM, and you can deploy code locally to test and debug your apps. The Web IDE has two main sections. The first section is the File Navigator on the left, which shows your project files in a tree structure. From the File Navigator, you can create, rename, delete, and otherwise manage your files and folders. You can upload files to the File Navigator by dragging them from your computer directly into the browser. The second section is the Editor pane on the right. The editor provides several features to make coding easier, such as Content Assist and syntax validation. Best of all, the Web IDE is powered by the web. You have nothing to install, nothing to maintain, and nothing to scale. You can develop anywhere that you have an internet connection. The configuration of the code editor can be personal. The Web IDE is customizable so that you can choose the color schemes, technical tools, and settings that meet your development needs. You can view and modify the Web IDE settings by clicking the Settings icon from the navigation bar. Additional configuration settings exist to customize the local editor. By clicking the Local Editor Settings icon in the upper right corner of the editor, you can adjust parameters like font size and the autosave interval. To deploy your app, select either a launch configuration from the run bar or create a new launch configuration. Then click the Deploy icon. An instance of your app is deployed by using the current contents of your workspace and the environment that is defined in your launch configuration. After your app is deployed, you can click the icons on the run bar to complete more actions, such as stopping the app, opening the deployed app in a new browser tab, view the logs of the deployed app, and open the app's dashboard. If you are developing a Node.js app, you can enable live edit mode by clicking the slider next to Live Edit. Redeploying an app can waste valuable time when you are testing minor changes. To save time, turn on Live Edit mode. When Live Edit mode is on, you can quickly make changes to a Node.js app and preview the changes immediately. From the run bar, select or create a launch configuration, then click Live Edit. If the app is currently deployed in your workspace, it is redeployed to enable the Live Edit mode. Otherwise, the contents of your workspace are deployed in Live Edit mode by using the specified launch configuration. When redeployment finishes, the deployment status icon turns green and the phrase Running Live Edit is shown beside your launch configuration on the run bar. When you work in Live Edit mode, changes to static files, such as HTML or CSS, can usually be seen immediately in the deployed app. If you make changes that affect the Node.js source files, you can restart the app quickly without redeployment by clicking the Restart icon. Another benefit of Live Edit mode is the Debug feature. You can edit code dynamically, insert breakpoints, step through code, restart the runtime, and more while your app is running on Bluemix. From the run bar, click the Debug icon. From there, you can select an option to manage the runtime of your app or begin debugging. If you click Open Shell, a bash shell is displayed. From this shell, you can access the container that your app is running in. You can then remotely run diagnostic shell commands and administer your application. By clicking on Open Debugger, the Node Inspector opens. Node Inspector is a debugger interface for Node.js apps that uses the Blink developer tools, formerly WebKit Web Inspector. Please note, Node Inspector is currently only supported on Chrome and Opera browsers. The Node Inspector offers many useful debugging techniques for apps, such as setting breakpoints and specifying trigger conditions in code, disabling or enabling all breakpoints, inspecting scopes, variables, and object properties, displaying the value of an expression in source code by hovering over it, editing variables and object properties, and breaking on exceptions. This concludes the IBM Cloud Developer Certification Section 5.3 overview. Additional information can be found at the URLs listed on this chart.